All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever education video I'm putting out of the thing I started on Discord. So if you're here from YouTube, welcome. On the Cilinix Discord server, I have recently started two different education pages and channels, essentially, about trading education and crypto education. This video is about trading education, in which in each video, it will also be in the title, but in Discord it will be a little bit more structured. In each video we will talk about one part of trading, and in this first video and in the first parts, but it's like, yeah, it's not really a part, right? It's not really part 1, 2, 3. In this video, in the first education video, I wanted to talk about drawing key levels and key zones. Those words can all be used interchangeably. You can say key levels, key zones, key areas, doesn't matter. But basically what those are support and resistance levels on the chart. In this video, and just to explain that a little bit more, support levels are levels where price seems to find support, so where it bounces off of and from which it will go up. Resistance levels are levels from which the price rejects and goes down. Together, so support and resistance are called key levels, or key areas, as I said. Because support levels can easily turn into resistance levels, and resistance levels can turn into support levels. So that's why using a one name for both is beneficial. And in this video, I wanted to go over how to correctly draw a key level. So I do want to add that drawing key levels can be done in multiple ways. So it's also up to you to find a way you think is the most reliable. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I do it, and when I analyze Bitcoin, what I do. So what I most of the time do with crypto is I get to the daily time frame, just a time frame higher, but there you can actually find key levels which usually are stronger, because if a price reacts to a level well on the daily, that means that level usually is stronger. The higher the time frame, the stronger the indicator. I don't use the weekly, because for most cryptos you don't have access to the weekly, because most cryptos are pretty young. So I wanted to get started. On TradingView, most of the time I just use the rectangle, which is like this. And these are the settings I use. I use a white outline with a almost see-through filling of gray, or almost white. And what I do then is I use the wicks of candles to draw key levels. And usually I just look at the chart and you take a look. I mean, you see this level, you can see that the price actually got there quite a lot of times. Right here, you can also see that the price got there quite a lot of times with the wicks touching one specific area. So what you could then do is you grab the lowest wick and you drag it all the way up to the highest wick. And the general thing you're aiming for is to get as many wicks touching the upper bound and the lower bound as possible. And it's perfectly acceptable if wicks touch within that area, because as I said, it's a level. It's not one specific price, it's a area of prices. So something like this is very possible. But if you want to even elaborate further, you could also see something like this. Grab as many wicks as you can. So something like this would be valuable, because here you can see that you take that small green wick, this red wick, these wicks, and again you have another key level. So that's usually how I draw it. So we can draw a couple more, and a key level can be very small. It could be something like this, right? But you could also, and again, that really depends on how you want to draw key levels. You could also do a big one like this. See how that reacts. Here you can see, reacts pretty well. Doesn't always react, because key levels, even though they are strong, they don't always hold. If they would always hold and if they would precisely work, trading would be very easy, but they don't. So you would have to use other ways to determine when you think a key level will actually be support, when it be resistance, and find a strategy around that. For me, while confluence trading, which is on the Discord what that exactly is, what I usually look for is more indicators entering that key level. So that basically creates an area of confluence. We can create here you can also see this key level, which you could have drawn the 24th of July, gets respected very well the 24th of January and the 25th of February. And then right here you can see we found some support here the 7th of May, but then we just drop through, right? So it doesn't always work. And here we can see that this level, if you drag it through, also isn't completely working. And you could have seen that. I mean, it used to work, but you can see that key levels can also change. So what I wanted to add in this video, I usually create the most of the key levels I use on the daily, but what I also do is I check out the 4-hour time frame, and I check out some levels on the 4-hour time frame, which usually, I mean, if you take a look at the daily, you could draw a key level like this, but there's the risk of not being precise enough. So if you go into the 4-hour time frame here, you can see that it's pretty precise what I drew on the daily, but on the 4-hour time frame, you can work a little bit more precise. You can grab all of these wicks. Here you can see, grab as much at the top and grab as many at the bottom. So this is how I would draw it. And then you can see that we actually did find some support there. Found some support off of the upper bound. Usually a key level has a upper bound, so the above part where most wicks are, a lower bound where most wicks are, or usually those areas have relative to the whole area more wicks and are therefore stronger. That's a good thing to note. And you can see that we found some support off of that lower bound, staying within the area, and then we took a break retest within the area. But you can also see a level like this was more difficult to actually get on the daily time frame. And here you can also see it respected it quite a lot of times, but it doesn't always. Here we broke it, so it didn't provide any resistance, and we broke through it again, didn't provide any support. Could definitely happen here as well, broke through it. So yeah, that is basically my guide on how to accurately draw key levels and key areas, key zones, whatever you want to name it, while trading crypto. So if you have any questions still, let me know down in the comments, or let me know let me know in the Discord server in the designated questions channel in the trading education category. For now, that was the video. So thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Bye.